My name's Jared. Got a master's degree from a top program in my field. Had some great work opportunities, but recently the world has sort of turned a little bit upside down. My roommate got engaged and I had to move out. How can you move out when you can't even afford your first month, let alone commit to paying the down payment? Just didn't want to be sleeping in my car because the emotion that goes through that, there were some bad days in there.
I stopped driving and I soon stopped riding my bicycle, which I hated more than that. I loved to ride my bicycle because I had grown up on a horse in Texas. In Texas, I rode in the rodeo. So, you know, to not have a car or a bicycle or a horse, I really needed help.
I was laid off. I could not get a job. Round about June, I bounced a rent check, and my landlady, without even discussing it with me or, you know, giving me the opportunity to make good on it, started eviction proceedings. I heard a car alarm going off and I looked out my window and there was my car being towed away down the street, and I ran down the street and I stopped the guy and I begged him for 15 minutes I told him he was ruining my life, to please don't take away my car, that I needed it for everything. But he said that once that it was on the truck, there's nothing he could do. It's just awful. It's an awful situation to be in, because I wonder, am I ever going to work again, you know? And if I don't get a job, you know, no one's going to take care of me.
Most people assume that lawyers and doctors and certain other groups are immune from the problems that many people face. A little over 2 years ago, I had to begin interferon treatment, the only treatment available for this. Quite frankly, I was so overwhelmed by the physical effects of the treatment, the sleeplessness, the night sweats, the continual aches and pains, that I had some very dark, ominous thoughts. It is no stretch to think of terms like suicide to characterize it.
My wife was diagnosed with brain tumors, and she went into the hospital, and her condition deteriorated really, really rapidly. In fact, she died on April 12th.
We went to the ultrasound and the doctor said there's a problem. And, you know, it's one of those moments where like your whole life just completely changes. She was not gonna make it. We just held her. We just held her and touched her face and loved her and kind of accompanied her on her way.
I was actually filling out college applications right before my family got evicted. The state of mind when you don't have a home, when you don't have stability, just terrible. I felt like everything was lost, and it wasn't. JFCS just saved us.
Вот действительно на улице маленькие дети, действительно надо срочно помочь, и просто вот так за один день взять и помочь им. Невероятно.
Jewish Family Services stepped up. They came through and they paid the deposit on a place to live, and they paid the first month's rent.
Well, Jewish Family has helped me so much. They want to know how am I doing and what do I need. That's a great consolation for somebody to, at my age, to say, what do you need? Hello, if you're there, I'm going to tell you. Helping me pay for this denture was the most significant thing. I mean, just imagine having over $800 staring you in the face, and all you think of is how many months this is going to take to get.
Getting this roof over my head was so, it just saved me because now without that huge worry, I can now focus on applying for jobs.
When I first encountered JFCS, they provided me with a certain amount of material help, which was very important at the time. But on reflection, I realized the significance of the emotional and psychological help that without any prompting, without any urging, they selflessly and boundlessly provided for me. Ultimately, I came through it. Indispensable to that successful outcome were the people at JFCS.
They were the most supportive people that I came into contact with in this whole process, and I would say that the emotional support was at least as important as any financial support or groceries or anything like that. The sense of people caring, checking on me, and the clarity of thought and helping me stay on track or helping me get on track was just amazing.
The recognition that I felt when the first few sessions I had with my therapist at JFCS was so comforting. I felt like, oh, I'm finally here. I'm finally getting the just feeling of being seen and understood.
They made me come up with a plan. Where am I looking for the next work? What are the next opportunities? Today I work for a national nonprofit organization that promotes energy efficient homes. 5 months ago, if I could have written the job description that I want, this is that job.
I love the fact that you are Jewish and you know I'm not Jewish. And people will say to me, oh, you're not Jewish. Why does the Jewish... I said, because they don't consider that I'm not Jewish. They consider I'm a human being that needs help, and they are able to help me. It doesn't get any better than that.
We could have ended up in a homeless shelter, and it could have been really bad. Coming here, this big apartment, I was able to breathe again.